It is a race too close to count. Next week, counties all across Washington will begin recounting ballots by hand for a very tight race for Public Lands Commissioner. We are taking a look right now at the statewide results. Democrat Dave Upthegrove is only ahead of Sue Keel Peterson by 51 votes. Election officials say this hasn't happened in decades. So what does this process look like? Well, in our effort to bring you more to every story, KREM 2's Shannon Mowdy went to the Spokane County Election Headquarters today to learn more. Shannon?
Well, Spokane County just finished counting and certified its election Tuesday, but starting Monday morning, a handful of employees will come back to the elections office to count by hand thousands of ballots in this tight race. Days after its primary election was certified, Spokane County's counting room is quiet, empty, but not for long.
So we'll end up recounting just under 145,000 ballots, which is a lot of ballots.
Auditor Vicki Dalton says as they finished the tallies this week, employees were anticipating it wasn't a wrap on the primary.
Yeah, they were already aware that they would be coming back in all likelihood to perform a manual recount.
A mandatory manual recount is triggered, according to the Secretary of State, when candidates are separated by less than 1,000 votes and less than 0.25% of the total votes cast. It's been 20 years since that's happened in a statewide election, when there were 2 recounts and a lawsuit before Christine Gregoire was declared governor. It's been about 60 years since a statewide recount in a primary election, though recounts are less unusual.
Since 2001,
for Dalton's crew,
Spokane County has done 29 recounts. Most of them have been hand or manual recounts. So we are very skilled at this. We are very accustomed to it.
12 teams of 2 will fill these seats next week, with observers from the campaigns or political parties also standing tableside as the count happens.
I know it sounds easy to count. You just grab a piece of paper and you go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not how it works. Counting, especially this kind of tedious work that's going to go on for hours and days, is very, very difficult.
A painstaking process that'll likely take 4 days. And Dalton says actually very few recounts result in changes in the numbers. Shannon Mowdy, KREM 2 News.